Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Man, y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you hear me rocking out, and I appreciate that, man. Much love. Shout out to the Syndicate Network and all of our colleagues. You dig? It's time to get to it. We got the homie J-Mar 412 in the building. What's going on, bro? We got the Batman in the building. What's going on, bro? We got Batman's Thoughts in the building. We got Helder in the building. What's going on, Helder? What's going on, Douglas Murphy? We got Sin Havoc 5150 in the building. Right? Appreciate you. We got S. Warrior in the building. We got Bell Rev in the building. What's going on, Bell? Right? We got who else is in here? Shout out to the Curly Ray. Shout out to DC all the way. Right? We got Paolo Caesar. We got Cody J. Braun saying, yo, Sky, when ZSJL 2 and 3 get greenlit on Netflix, if given a chance, who would you like to play if cast by Snyder? Bro, all I would need, honestly, I would just need a cameo, dog. I don't even got to be like, no, I would just need like a speaking part. You know what I'm saying? Just something, somebody come ask me something, and I'll be like, yo, sell it. You got to sell it. Must be sold. Or just have me slanging some stuff. You know what I mean? That'll be a little Easter egg, right? I could be like a, you know, like a, somebody that Batman got to interrogate. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cleaning up the streets. Can't be peddling your cell. Nah, I'm just joking. Hey, but yeah, that would be it. What's going on, Cody? We got Alan Belk in the building. Who else is in here? He said, Sky, a voice of a father box. There you go, bro. Right? The Armada will be ready. Right? The founding fathers. Yeah, bro. There you go. You could be a newspaper vendor selling. There you go, bro. Just have me on the side. You know what I'm saying? Selling something. He said, what you think of the Wolverine gameplay, bro? I'm probably gonna do like a video on all this stuff on my gaming channel pretty soon. I thought it looked cool though. And shout out to Anatoly. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the rigmarole. Make sure y'all smashing that like, share, and subscribe, hitting the notification bell, as well as that. Wait, I already got it out. See, look, let me let y'all in on something. I'm feeling so good today. I got such a good topic to get to after we get through all of this, you know, BS that we got to discuss. I got such a good topic that I cannot wait to share it with you guys. Right? Can't wait to share this with you guys. 100%. What's going on, Mama Bear? Yo, just so y'all know, I mean, Cell and ZSSM, bro, it's where all the pretty girls be hanging out at. I mean, we got Belle Rev, we got Mama Bear, A-Pass, Nessa Noel. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure I'm forgetting somebody. It's like, yo, it's where all the pretty girls be. You know what I mean? Sorry, I just had to say that, right? Shout out to all the women of ZSSM, right? We might have to do a part 2, right? Hey, he said, what's that? You want me to super chat another video to react to? Right? Nah, man. Hey, Austin came up with a new rule, bro. I'm going to get to that in members minutes. Don't spoil it for yourself. But anyway, make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. We are the founding fathers, the originators, the creators, the pushers, the sellers, you know, whatever you want to call us, you know what I'm saying? Of the hashtag SalesZSJL and Sales Snyderverse and Netflix movement, affectionately known as ZSSM or Zack Snyder's Sale Movement. We only ask 3 rules of engagement if you want to rock out and get that conclusion of Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the Netflix platform or in theaters, you know what I mean? In IMAX, wherever you want it. Netflix gonna have that for you, right? We only ask that you be positive. Please do not mix the hashtags, and please do not tag, mention, quote, tweet, or reply to anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to James Gunn. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be following and subscribe to, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Lux of the New Geeks. And if you're like to sponsor a stream like W Near is, whenever you guys give super chats, super thanks, gifted memberships, super stickers, anything of that sort, it is tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have the name scrolling across the bottom of a following stream. Let's go ahead and get caught back up with the chat. You know what I mean? He said, new rule for your channel. Yeah, bro. Hey, Austin. Hey, I didn't do this, bro. Austin put it down, dog. He said Netflix will also have theaters at the Netflix house today. He said, I will react to this awesome Rebel Moon edit I saw today. Bruh, make sure you do that, bro. And y'all go on over there and head on over to Rebel Moon Theory and make sure you give them a subscribe for all your Rebel Moon news, right? For sure. He said, new rules, right? Oh, my goodness. But let's go ahead and get started with the show, because I've seen a lot of this going around, yo. And I think that it is up to me and us over at the syndicate, you know, and ZSSM, we got to put this rumor to bed, Joe, because here's what I've been seeing, right? I've been seeing people that I believe are bashing this whole Netflix situation and fear mongering and trying to say it's going to be the end of the world, right? They're bigging up all these other platforms that aren't even in a position to be able to buy these people, right? And you're still hearing, hey, even if Netflix does get this thing, they're not going to bring Zach back because of the fact that they got a DC universe that's thriving and James Gunn is over there, and you know, and then is they're talking about, oh well, you know, even if it could be Elseworlds, that's something else that I've been hearing. It's Elseworlds, right? Is this whole Elseworlds conversation? Let me tell y'all something. The time for Elseworlds has passed. There was a time when Elseworlds was on the table. Do you want to know what we were told, people? We were told it was going to be a competing universe. It was going to be competition. Why would they do that? Right? So now that we're in a position where Netflix is probably going to be purchasing WBD, I have more evidence of that as that I'm going to get into, you know, at the end of the stream or towards the end of the stream, right? But I'm just saying, right, when we were asking for Elseworlds, they didn't want Elseworlds. They said, nah, it's going to be competition. We can't have that, right? Can't have two competing universes going on, right? All of these sorts of things. And now, you know, I said, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, is what I'm trying to say. And nah, man, ain't no Elseworlds coming from this, yo. Yo, look, I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you're Netflix and you buy WBD outright and you have DC Studios under your purview now, why would you keep James Gunn signed on? Why? Why? You have no reason to keep this guy on after you buy the company. Yep. Reeves verse. Yeah. I think that might continue. Right? Especially if part 2 does gangbusters. I think that could probably continue because I think, right, that Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi might end up staying on. That's what I think. He said, well, they'd keep him because all of the success and money he's made, right? Yeah, sure. That's it, right? How successful Creature Commandos was, right? Watch this, right? Let me give y'all a little behind the scenes look, right? I'm about to show you guys. It says Creature Commandos had 22 million minutes of viewership, which means it did less than 1 million views. Right? When you're counting your shit in minutes watched, it's never a good thing. Who does that? He said, what's with this weird metric? Yep. Minutes. Hey, guys. We're going to count the minutes that you guys were watching. Nobody else does that. Right? I showed in the last stream, Peacemaker couldn't chart. Where'd that go? Do I still have that? No, I think I got rid of that one. Minutes. Who does that? If they don't do viewership, like total viewers, they always do hours, at least. If it's not total viewers, it's always hours watched. This motherfucker saying 22 million minutes. They might as well have went with seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many seconds were you guys on the platform? Right? We can go back to
now it could end in the 600 million range. That would be a disaster. That would be somebody else should take over DC. Because, man, that would be really bad. I mean, I guess they could wait to greenlight further projects because we'll have our answer to this by the end of the summer. Maybe that's the answer. See where it ends. But if it ends with a 6 in front of it, that's really bad.
Really bad, right? Made just over 600 million. So, worst fears were confirmed. Right? Let me find this again, right? Couldn't even outgross couldn't even outgross Superman Return, Joe. Let me find this real quick. They were sitting there like, oh my God, you know. And this guy says, Justice League was such a bad movie. Right? Justice League was such a bad movie. But then failed to bring up that this movie made less. Right? What's going on, S.Warrior? Right? But look, it's just all kind of fear-mongering going on right now. You know? Look at this tweet. I don't think Netflix ready for this big boy business regarding WBD. Oh my God, bro. Big boy business, huh? Right. Watch this. How much is WBD worth? Right. He said they not ready for this big boy business. Right. Hold up. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. Netflix is worth, or no, excuse me, WBD is worth about $49 billion. Okay. Nah, we gotta get this fear mongering out of here, yo. All right. All right. Now, let me ask it in this way, since you don't want to give me a straight up answer, right? Okay. Right now, we gonna big boy business, bro. This is big boy business, okay? All right, I had to look up Netflix's worth, right? It's $511 billion. Yo, you ever like be watching basketball or football? They give them like the little too small. They be like, right? This is crazy. We just gotta show the level of fear mongering, yo. Right? They want to sit there and talk about Universal, right? They was like, oh no, but it got to be Universal. I'm gonna get the Paramount in 1 second, and if they be like, yo, it got to be, Universal or Paramount, just not Netflix. I'm gonna let y'all read this. Nah, allow me for the people that's watching along. NBC Universal, excuse me, which is in the worst position to acquire Zaz's assets from a regulatory perspective, spent the weekend running the numbers on WBD per a source familiar, though a Comcast source cautioned that such a takeover was implausible, especially as it was spinning off Versant, right? Hey, but Netflix and Comcast did not reach out for comment, right? They said they're in the worst position, right? Right. 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 Watch this. Paramount, which just closed their deal last month, right? Watch this. I said, how long do companies have to wait after a merger to sell, right? Or to buy? It's the same thing as to buy another company or whatever. It's like there's no single waiting period before a merged company can be sold. The time frame is entirely dependent upon various factors, including the merger's complexity, regulatory approvals, integration challenges, and the strategic goals of the involved parties, right? Larger mergers, especially those involving companies with significant market share, often face months or even years of scrutiny from regulators to ensure compliance with antitrust laws, which means pretty much you can't just buy a large company, have it closed, and then turn around and buy another one, right? And I'll even give you a little thing, right? Because watch this, right? Paramount Skydance still hasn't submitted a buyout bid for Warner Brothers Discovery, right? Right. I wonder why that is. Right? He said Paramount is owned by Skydance. Tech companies are getting in. Ayo. He said at least 3 to 5 years, depending on how the deals are made. Exactly. Right. So that's all I'm saying. And Paolo's saying that James Gunn can stay, but he got to clean toilets. Look, bro, that's wild, bro. I'm not going that far. I'm just saying that, you know, instead of firing him, it maybe he just won't get hired, right? He said, "What's the deal with Paramount? Are they taking their sweet time with WB?" I don't even think they can bid like that. That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't believe that they can just turn around and bid like that. The shit just closed. If I'm not mistaken, the payment for all that, it just went through. I don't think that the money actually comes out until it is complete, right? You know, I ain't the biggest business mind on the planet, right? So, you know, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What can you? What's that from? Bet y'all don't know. Nah, I know y'all gonna know. He said, "What can we do?" What can you? He said, "I mean, a merger and an acquisition. Nah, hey man, a little bit different, bro. It can be a little bit different, right?" Yeah, bro. We talking big business talk over here, dog. But hey, I don't think they can be it like that. I'm just keeping it a buck. I think that this is a smokescreen because people need something to try to push for and to say, hey, don't go with Netflix. Go with one of these older companies, right? Even though Paramount Skydance seemed like they getting cold feet, or was never even in the running like that in the first place. This whole thing is why people are acting like these companies are still going to split, which I think it's very clear that Netflix wants the whole, they want the whole pie, man. What's going on, Nessa? Nah, we just breaking down like, why would they keep this guy? Right? Why would anybody keep this guy? And we breaking down how nothing else makes any sense. Right? He said there's a big difference between merging and acquiring assets. Hey, man. Hey. Right? He said Ellison trying to get a cash bid and it ain't working at all. I tried to tell him that he need more money. He ain't got the bread like that. I keep trying to tell him that. He already said, yo, just give me, look, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Right? That's what Keith Ellison is on. You dig? Right? But Netflix is like, yo, we got that. We got that. We got that. Like, we got that. We got that laying around. Right? But nah, they in full on fearmonger mode. He said, what was that, Scott? Nah, I think that was like the second video that was playing in the background and it came through my headphones. All right. So didn't Paramount recently cancel their Halo TV series? How much of a financial did Paramount take for? Hey, they talking about selling off Halo now, right? We don't believe you. You need more capital, right? Yeah, man. Sitting here, big boy business, right? These people in full on fearmonger mode, man. And then after I play this, I'm gonna show y'all why I think they fearmongering. You know what I mean? This is an article that I pulled up. He said, "Big boy business." Yeah, bro. No, I actually showed that tweet. Big boy business, right? And then right after I showed that tweet, I showed that WBD is worth 49 billion and Netflix worth 511 billion. But they ain't ready for big boy business, bro. Right? But let me go ahead and let me play all the drops since y'all hit 50 likes.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Right. Oh, here we go. Harley, relax, baby. It's okay. She is okay. Right. But look at this right here, right? You got World of Real sitting here. Right. Right. Hold on. It's this sources say Ellison is considering a cash bid, right? That idea is alone staggering, but here's the reality check. Warner Brothers Discovery is in the middle of a complicated restructuring, splitting off its cable networks from streaming and audio operations. The company's buried in blah 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 blah, and they want to sell. That Puck News is now reporting that Netflix, of all companies, is weighing a potential bid for Warner Bros. Assets. Not long ago, such a scenario seemed far-fetched, but industry chatter has been growing louder, and eyebrows were raised when Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos was spotted alongside David Zaslav at the Crawford Alvarez fight in Las Vegas. If Netflix were to take control of the Warner Brothers, the consequences for the film industry would be grim. Unless, of course, Netflix used Warner Brothers as a theatrical release arm, which they won't. Their end goal is to eradicate theatrical. Bro, look at this shit. Even though, in the first report where this thing was brought up, they said right from the jump, Netflix wants this as their theatrical arm. Right? Hold up. Let me see. Wait, was it this one? Right. Yeah, indeed. Right. Okay. Here we go. Right here. To kickstart a theatrical strategy for the streamer, helping it scale. Oh, and help it scale video games. And most importantly, provide premium content to members. So they're going to kickstart a theatrical strategy. Right. This is from the first time this thing ever came up. Right? This is from the first time this thing ever came up. He said, what's up with this? This Tales from the Crypt. But the consequences would be grim. Yo, they're going to destroy cinema. Looking ass. Oh my God, bro. This is crazy. This is from the first time this was ever mentioned. They said it's going to kickstart the theatrical strategy and help it scale video games. And you got these guys, that turtle guy that I was reacting to, right? Turtle, right? Beware Netflix. All right, this shit crazy, bro. The most compelling buyer. Kickstart theatrical strategy. Right? Oh my goodness. These people have no shame, dog. They have no shame, bro. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. They have no shame, bro. They don't care. They will just get out there and do tricks on it, bro. For whoever. Right? But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know? Wait a minute. First of all, before I get to this bomb, man, let me see what these likes is looking like, bro. Let me see what these likes is looking like, bro. We got 52 likes right now. We need 60 likes, bro. At least 60. I almost want to say 65, but we need 60 likes before I give y'all this bomb, bro, or before I talk about it. You know, I'm gonna give y'all a second to get that together. You know what I'm saying? And but to return, you know, yeah, I'm gonna just play one of these drops. You dig? Until y'all get that right. Hey.
Zero. The dopest, flyest, OG pimp, hustler, gangster, player, hardcore motherfucker living today. To be honest, I am totally and completely on his dick.
5 years sleep right now, but you know, she on it, yeah, she want it, but she gotta do it when we fucking zone it. We don't touch down till the fucking morning, and we gon' do it till we fucking moan it. Please don't stop, please keep going. Got 'em like a spring stream by the way I'm flowing. Fresh new kicks, fresh new denim, fresh new shit come out me like venom. They on my fucking Peter, but I ain't gonna park her. Driving through Gotham to a flight I got chartered. The view so nice on the other side of town. By the way they headed, they'll probably go around. Some call them suits, but most call them sky. Either way you're looking up, cause he too fly. Chillin' with Steen on the spreading good vibes. Feeling like a free throw to have a good time. Night shift, night shift, night shift, like turning off a light switch, night shift, night shift, night shift. Oh, I thought you would, the nice kid, nice shit, night shift, night shift, night shift. Now you ain't never seen nothing like this, like this, like this, like this. That's why you watching night shift, night shift.
Oh, I only see 57. Right. I only see 57 likes. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hey, it's 63 people in here right now. Right? 65. So we got more than enough people in here right now. If y'all don't look, if y'all want me to talk about it already happened, then I'll talk about it. He said 58. All right, look, I'm gonna give y'all one more shot, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I don't know. I'll be right back.
Hold on, Drake. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, you know, we continue to party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this.
I see dead people.
Hey, mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross.
Okay. We at 60. Right? Shout out to S. Warrior. For sure. And Nessa said, we at 60. For sure. We at 60. Look. Shout out to the homie. I got a call from the dog. Mama Bear said it feels illegal to cut that drive short. I know, but it wasn't from a super chat, so I wasn't tripping. Right. So look. So I got a call from the homie. And I'm like, it's like in the middle of the day, the homie don't usually end up just calling me like that. You know what I'm saying? And he sounds all excited. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, what the hell is going on with this guy, right? Like, why does he sound like he's on the top? He's calling me from the moon. Right now, he's ecstatic. So it's the homie Josh, right? And he's like, bro, I just met Kevin Smith, right? And I'm like, bro, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's dope, And he's going in about how he got on the Man of Steel shirt. And he got on the Blunt Man and Chronic t-shirt. Or no, the Man of Steel hat, with the Blunt Man and Chronic t-shirt. And I'm like, bro, this is dope. Like, yo, you got to meet up with Kevin Smith. Like, you was at the meetup using, this... you and all the gear. You got the Man of Steel hat on, you know what I'm saying? You repping. He said, Sky, I got to ask Kevin Smith a question. He said, and I asked him what he thought, was going to be like the outcome of Hollywood if this Netflix thing goes through with WBD. Right? And I'm going to play the video. And I'm going to let you guys hear what was said. And we're going to break it down. Yeah. Shout out to Josh Herrera, man. Y'all have no idea. This is Robin for show. For show. And there's like some music playing. So I don't know if I can play the whole thing because it might start tripping because it is some music playing in the background. But it's very, it's very early on what he says, and I'm gonna cut it off after that. And it's not because I don't want you guys to see the whole video. It's really because of the music, and y'all gonna hear it. There's some music playing in the background, and y'all know how YouTube get, right? But I'm gonna let this rock for a little bit, and we're gonna see what he had to say, Totally. Come on. Oh, you guys. How are you? Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, fucking A. Yeah. We talked a little bit about yes. What should be it's already happened. Amazon acquired MGM a long time ago. Nobody talks about it. Amazon's an old library, but they had just as much IP as one of those is an accuracy deal, so it's a little more like wow, but consolidations behind he, when asked about Netflix acquiring WBD, he said, well, it's already happened. And then he goes on to explain about how Amazon got MGM, right? And that whole thing's been fine. And you know, he goes on to just explain, right? He just goes on to explain, right? Like, yo, whether you want to take that as the deal is already done, or whether you want to take that as, you know, the precedence has already been set. Either way, and yes, Josh with the W's as usual. This man said it's already happened, bro. What are we doing, bro? Like, how much more do the people need? How much more they need, y'all? The syndicate keeps showing you how to ask these people questions. Nothing about breakfast food or favorite Spider-Man. Right? Crazy. Let me change this, right? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to add that apostrophe S on there. But it's already happened, dog. Said, remember, Sky, when banks are meeting, it's already done. Yo, and this is what they're afraid of. This guy, James Gunn, is out of here. Why would you keep this guy?
Why?
Why? Man, I'm gonna leave this picture up here with Josh and the homie. So however you wanna take that. However you want to take that. If you want to take that as it's already happened, like this shit's a wrap, or if you want to take this as, hey, there's already some precedent set there. Because it could be either one. Right? Said Wells Fargo analyst said, what exactly? He just said, what exactly? Oh, yeah. Woo. Yeah. Crazy. Said, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yeah, man. Nah, bro. I'm leaving. Yep, either or, bro. Cause I don't want to leave no out for these people to try to double back and be like, oh my God, Sky said something that he didn't say. Right? I don't want to hear that. I'm saying it could be either or. Because I don't want to hear people, oh my God, Sky is misrepresenting what Kevin Smith said. It's not what I'm trying to do. Right? He said, wonder why James Gunn chose to reveal that he's the monkey that's trolling. What? Oh my God, bro. Big boy business, yo. 551 Billy versus 49. Right? I'm gonna play this again, right? I'm gonna try to let it rock, but because of the music, y'all already know YouTube be bugging. He's like, yo, what do you think about Netflix acquiring WBD and its effect on Hollywood? Gunn did the motion capture. Oh, he was playing the monkeys. Oh, bro, y'all know why he confirmed that. Hold up. Let me move this. Y'all know why he confirmed that. Y'all know why he confirmed that. He wanted us to know. He wanted us to know he was behind that. He was behind the veil, right? Crazy though, right? But yeah, I'm gonna play this video once again, just so y'all can hear it. I look. We might even try to AI this John and see if we can get some of that music taken out or something in this thing uploaded. You know what I'm saying? But nah, this is the raw footage. Look, I didn't edit nothing, bro. That's what I'm, bro. They gonna be like, oh my God, Sky, you misquoting. Oh, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. He didn't say it. But here I go.
Totally. Come on. How are you? Yes, sir. Oh, fucking A. Yeah. We talked a little bit about yes. It's already happened. Amazon acquired MGM a long time ago. Nobody talks about it. It's like Amazon's old library, but they had just as much IP as one of those is an active studio, so it's a little more like wow, the consolidations and that there was a joke when I did a first cartoon years ago. I had joked about the studio was called Warner Arrow or something. It's all owned by two studios already. They started consolidating. So I saw that story. It doesn't scare me. It also doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't scare me and it doesn't surprise me. What? It doesn't scare me and it doesn't surprise me. Crazy. Oh yeah. Man, look, y'all gonna learn to start listening to me, man. Y'all gonna learn to start listening to me, right? Remember, hold on. Let me check that. How long ago was I saying that James Gunn was about to get fired? When did I actually come out and say that this guy's about to get fired? Let me see. Let me see. Right. Doom. Scary. I said that on July 29th. I said that on July 29th. I put that out there that, hey, I heard this guy about to end up. Yeah, nah. I see Apex looks. That's crazy, bro. That's nasty work, dog. Y'all know why he put that out? He wanted us to know. Us. He wanted us to know. Crazy. July 29th, I said, yo, this dude's probably getting fired. And people was in there talking about I know what I was talking about, right? Once again, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. I probably did say that during night shift too, because I've been saying it that this guy wasn't gonna keep his job, right? It was all like, oh my God, right? I told him nobody saw this coming until this idea came to fruition. Let me tell y'all what happened. Netflix was interested in getting the Snyder Cut, right? Way back before it was even put out, or that we even knew it was coming out, or anything like that, right? When they reached out for the Snyder Cut and WBD or whoever said no at that time, it might have even been Warner Media. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was Warner Media. When Warner Media said no, they just left it alone, right? What nobody thinking about, licensing the Snyderverse outside to a third party, until this little guy came up and put these hashtags out, and all of a sudden it became a thing. And here we are. And I've been trying to tell you all these things, and everybody been fighting it. They've been dreading it this entire time, right? And now y'all seeing that it's coming to fruition. I'm telling y'all, this dude ain't about to keep his job. Everybody can keep trying to campaign for it, and right, we can shift all the blame on the Zaslav and act like this guy is just blameless, because that's what I don't like. I don't like that Zaslav is kind of being like the only scapegoat here, when a lot of these ideas were the head of DC Studios, man. I mean, there's two of them, right? Like, how do they not get any blame? And then you got Mike DeLuca, right? Hey, in hindsight, do you guys think that this interview might have been a little accident? Are we saying that this was just coincidental that this interview was dropping?
Pam and I truly believe, for better or worse, you can't do our jobs, or even the jobs below our jobs, where you're a gatekeeper for material and curating what gets brought up for greenlight consideration. You cannot do the job like you're afraid to get fired. Because if you act like that, innovation dies. You're just doing the job to protect yourself, and you end up making the same movie over and over again, and the consumer moves on.
Right. Right? This real talk. Y'all think that was a coincidence? They said can't do our jobs or even the jobs below our jobs. Oh my God, bro. Oh my, look, we was thinking the same thing, right? I was like, bro, right? We was thinking the same thing, bro. That's crazy. Mikey was right again. Werewolf by Night 2 in development after Secret Wars, a stepping stone into the Midnight Suns. Bro, I'm telling you, man, bro, the seeds that Mikey were planting, bro, there's so many of them that have not borne fruit yet, but will in the future, bro. I'm just saying. They called him out. He said, Alan Horn and needs to catch some heat too for suggesting Gunn. Hey, he was just like a consigliere, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, Nah. It was on Zaslav, bro, for hiring him. But look, if Zaslav gone, and we all can agree that Zaslav was the problem, but then Mike and Pam are being successful. They were just openly trying to push them out, right? Maybe that's why they was trying to push them out too. Look, y'all, this ain't all starting to make sense right now, huh? This ain't all starting to make sense. Bruh, if y'all think that Black Adam was a pivot point, you don't think that this last Superman movie is going to be a pivot point? He said, and there's another with Will Arnett that Mike DeLuca and Pam had to throwing Gunn under the bus. Arnett called Gunn a weirdo. Like, hey, right? Safran was trying to take Mike and Pam's positions at WB. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't think it was weird? Everybody started coming out saying that they was going to get fired and then attacking The Rock all at the same time. It was just like all at the same, bruh. Y'all think this shit be by accident, yo. Every time you see everybody come out and start talking about something at the same time out of nowhere, and they all just have the same talking points, where do you think that comes from? Right? These guys got 2 hits literally in theaters at the same time making money, and they talking about, well, maybe they'll be able to keep their job. I can't remember who the hell said that. They was literally trying to say, oh, well, maybe they'll keep their jobs now. You know. Come on, yo. Anyway. Y'all put y'all ask questions and comments down at the bottom. I'm about to start getting ready to get on out of here. You dig? But look, just understand, man, that this whole ZSSM thing, man, we were always going to win, yo. Try to tell you guys. Now y'all can dread it. All right, look, I'm about to play this for members minutes and we'll be right back. You dig? Wait, where we at? Where we at with members minutes? Here we go.
Check. They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. But what about you? What about you? Came a long way from no subs back when y'all was showing me no love, no front. I just had to take a look back, cause sometimes y'all forgot I shook that. I know they would attack cause of own issues. To be honest, I got sick and tired of feeling misused. That's why I've always played a drop for every super chat to show appreciation. Now you're fucking doing that. And just like Mikey used to.
Big boy business, y'all. We about to have big members business, you know what I mean? Oh my God. They say all I care about is views. But what about you? Hey, anyway, we got We got the homie, the good Austin. Wait a minute. Is Bat Dan still in the building? Yep. Here we go. Bat Dan said, what am I? He said, so what new rules am I being blamed for? Bro, this is straight from the good Austin. He said, hashtag replay crew. Listen. No more $2 super chats for reactions. This guy was one of the worst we've had to suffer through, and it wasn't nearly worth it. If y'all want Sky to react, it's $10 or more. This was ridiculous to listen to and almost made me drive off the road in anger. Fuck that thumb-looking ass river-dwelling muffin. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. I read that comment, bro. I lost it, dog. I lost it. He said, okay, fair enough. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. You see, yeah, that's gonna be way more. Hey, bro. Hey, man, that's crazy, bro. But that's from the producer of the channel, bro. So I don't have a choice, dog. Like that's you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. We got the new key saying they should just say they're scared and get it over with. It's getting weird at this point. Right? And then he doubled back and said, if they almost had us in the first half was a video, it would be Mr. Turtle here. Right? Mr. Turtle. Oh my goodness. That's one of the funniest comments I've ever seen, bro. We got the Batman saying 80 mil my ass. That movie was 200 plus in marketing. These Gunn fans needed to get the hell out of here. Oh my God. Alan Belk saying, wow, early show today. I was visiting my mom. Guess I'm replay crew this time. Shout out to Alan Belk. Oh my goodness. That was hilarious, bro. Okay, that's it for members minutes. So that's nasty work. Audio Man said, I want the Snyderverse and Gunn's DCU to coexist. Last thing we needed. Hey, nah. Okay, but once again, I'm going to ask you guys a question. And this is the question that we're going to leave off on, right? Because I don't know if you was in here earlier, Audio Man, when I said this, but in my opinion, the time for Elseworlds has come and passed. We had a point where Elseworlds was a possibility, and we was out there campaigning for it. We was asking for it. No, we just got an entire fucking movie that makes fun of the fact that we wanted a pocket universe. Right? We literally just got a movie that made fun of that fact. It mocked the Snyder fandom in multiple ways. I'm going to ask this question. If Netflix is using this as a way to get into theaters, right? If they're using this as a way to get into theaters and they're going to put the Snyderverse in theaters, why would you continue Gunn's universe? Why? Like, if you're gonna put the shit in theaters anyway, why would you do that? Why would you keep it going? Where would you keep it going at? Would you keep it going on streaming? They can't crack 1 million views. Peacemaker just did 700,000. Creature Commandos, which was the launch of the DCU, did 880,000. Right? I don't think there's any reason, if Netflix purchases them, to keep this guy on. Like, where are you gonna put his stuff? On Netflix? Right? Nah, he been talking shit about Netflix, right? No. He said, blame Bat Dan for the price hike. I'm dead, dog. He said, dread it, run from it. Destiny still arrives, bro. All the same. And then we got Dummy Bat Dan with the $2 super chat saying, here is $1.99 more for doing that video. For sure, Bat Dan. I appreciate that. Right. Mama Bear said, we were told it would be too confusing. That's what I was told that they couldn't have competing universes. Said it's over, right? We got Bat Dan with another $2, right? For sure.
What's really interesting is there's this weird, like, I don't think that James Gunn's Superman is in competition with anything else. They're starting from scratch and building something new. The economics are not to be compared to something that happened over 10 years ago. They've spent the money on 2 movies. The piece.
Right. So are these people not seeing that the math ain't mathing? First they mock you, then they fight you, and then you win, right? And then we got Bad Dan with another $2 super chat. You know what I mean?
Where's the dog? The dog, loser! You took the dog! Where's the dog? They've always been wrong about me. I get scared, but that is being human. And that's my greatest strength. Why are you being like this? I wasn't representing any people. We're going to die.
Right. He said, and it's bringing the $9.95 for Sky reacting to that guy. You dig? Let me go ahead and give you a drop. You know what I'm saying?
Good evening. We, the unwilling, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing.
Right. Says Sky, they haven't even considered the fact that Gunn and Netflix people may be at odds. For sure, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, he keep dunking on Netflix, it seems. I don't see him doing projects over there. Right? Bro, and yeah, man, look, if Joker couldn't be Elseworlds, right? Right, and yep, shout out to Bat Dan, you know what I mean? For sure. But yeah, look, y'all can look forward to the Snyderverse characters beating the shit out of the Gunn characters if y'all want. I will not stop you guys from doing whatever you want to do. I am under the impression that this guy is going to be done after this merger goes through, and we gonna see. We gonna see, because I can't do that. Can't do that. I just don't. One more time.
Why?
It's like, what would be the purpose? The Suicide Squad lost money. Creature Commandos lost money. Superman lost money. Whatever they're shooting is gonna lose money. Right? Hey, it is what it is, yo. But yeah, I'm gonna get back at y'all soon. It's still my birthday week. You know what I mean? Got some streams coming up. Gonna do a birthday stream on Friday. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be getting cleaned up, all that pretty soon. Gonna be looking cleaner than a board of health, you know what I'm saying? Says Zaslav meeting Sarandos again. Look, bro. We gonna see why they meeting though, right? Why they meeting? He said, yep, get back to his quirky Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Yeah, bro. Kick his ass back to the MCU, dog. Go on back over there. Go on now. Go on. Go on now. Get on out of here. Get. Oh my goodness, bro. Look, we gonna keep it funky. We'll probably be back tomorrow with a stream, bro. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Peace.